The last section in chapter 12 is going to look at congruent and similar solids. The first objective will have us try and identify the difference between congruent and similar solids, and then we'll really look at properties of similar solids, because those are going to have the most relationships that we can deal with. So first things first, a similar solid, those are going to have the same shape but not necessarily the same size, and then congruent solids will definitely have the same shape and size. So if you remember when we dealt with similarity before, they had the same scale factors. That's the same idea that's going to happen here. Determine whether they are similar, congruent, or neither. But we can definitely rule out the idea of congruence out of this because they're not the same size. But we do want to see if they're similar by seeing if their scale factors reduce to the same thing. So 4 goes with 6. So 4 over 6, you could do 6 over 4, it doesn't matter. Would equal then 8 over 12. And if we reduce those, we're going to get 2/3 equaling 2/3, which means that these solids are similar. Looking at letter B here, the rectangular prisms. Again, we can throw out the idea of not being congruent. They're different sizes. But we can check to see if they're similar or not. So I'm going to start with 3. 3 is going to go over 1.7. The 2.5 would go with 1.5. And then finally, the 6.2 would go with the 3.4. If you took out your calculator and just divided these, and then turn them back into fractions, you would get 30 over 17, 31 over 17, and 5/3, which means that these are not similar either, which makes them neither similar or congruent in this case. One more so you can see which one would be a congruent one. That would be 1A. Notice how they have exactly the same shape and same size. So we could write that those are congruent.